In the world of Dexter, every character is driven by their own unique set of desires, flaws, and vices. But some characters embody the 7 deadly sins in ways that leave a lasting impact. From the obsessive lust of Lila West to the insatiable need for control in Dexter himself, these characters' darkest traits shape their actions and interactions throughout the series. Join us as we explore how each of these iconic characters perfectly represents one of the 7 deadly sins. And today, we'll be going over each of them, starting with Lila West. As lust, Lila is consumed by her unrestrained sexual desire, as seen in her relationship with Dexter. This woman was so obsessed with Dexter that she was prepared to destroy his life so they could be together. And she came pretty close to doing exactly that. Lila initially presents herself as a friendly girl who wants Dexter to get better. She knows he's lying about his heroin addiction and is drawn to the darkness she senses beneath his act. This is bad for everyone involved because she encourages Dexter to be his worst self. Time and time again, there were many instances when her lust and desire to have Dexter got the best of her. In Season 2, Lila deliberately sabotages Dexter's relationship with Rita. In Episode 6, Dexter lies and videotape. She leaves an incriminating message on Dexter's answering machine, which Rita overhears, causing a breakup. In Episode 7, That Night a Forest Grew, Lila takes pride in driving a wedge between Dexter and Rita, declaring that Dexter is now out of her life. To gain Dexter's sympathy, Lila sets her house and sculptures on fire, manipulating him into comforting her. Dexter, feeling responsible, leaves Rita and the kids to help Lila, and even lets her stay at his apartment. By Episode 8, Morning Comes, Dexter realizes Lila started the fires herself and begins avoiding her, but she relentlessly pursues him. Lila stalks him to bowling night and breaks into Rita's house, assuming Dexter is there. The most alarming part is when she reveals Dexter's location to someone dangerous, risking his life just to get him back. Sloth, Joey Quinn. Joey Quinn represents Sloth through his laziness and lack of motivation. Throughout the show, he often prioritizes convenience over justice. In Season 7, Episode 4, Run, Quinn avoids investigating the case of Isaac Serco and Mike Anderson's murder, causing Miami Metro to neglect it. He also abandons his investigation into Dexter to maintain his relationship with Deb, showing his reluctance to work when it's inconvenient. While he occasionally takes on cases, his passion for justice is weak compared to his colleagues, and he remains laid back both in his job and personal life, contrasting with the next character's intensity. Wrath, Arthur Mitchell, the Trinity Killer. Wrath is uncontrolled anger, rage, and a need for revenge. While this trait could describe a few characters, it perfectly describes Arthur Mitchell, aka the Trinity Killer. Arthur is the most terrifying killer in Dexter. His rage stems from his traumatic childhood, and this contributes to his killing spree. He replicates his kills to resemble the trauma that happened to him. His anger toward his past is so intense that it manifests in violent and ritualistic killings. Arthur's ritual involves making a mother of 2 jump off a building to replicate his mother's suicide. He also kills a woman in a bathtub to replicate the death of his sister, for which he feels responsible. And of course, he kills a man to represent his father's death. The Trinity Killer has no chill. He paints the world red with the anger inside him, which makes him the perfect embodiment of wrath-greed. Maria Laguerta. Maria Laguerta embodies greed through her excessive desire for power and status. Unlike other characters with personal motives, her ambition for promotion and recognition is apparent throughout the show. In Season 1, Episode 3, Miami Vice, Captain Matthews distrusts Laguerta for her manipulative tactics to undermine others and advance her career. In Episode 8, Shrink Wrap, her greed is exposed when Neil Perry attempts to take credit for a serial killer's work, hinting that she didn't truly deserve her promotion to lieutenant. At her worst, she sleeps with Bertrand to destabilize May's life for her own benefit. Pride, Miguel Prado. Pride is excessive self-importance, arrogance, and a belief in one's superiority. Miguel Prado is the perfect example of pride. He thought too highly of himself and believed he was better than his rival, Ellen Wolf. This arrogance led to his downfall. Miguel's pride is evident in how he couldn't accept Dexter's attempts to control or guide him. He resented being treated like a student and believed he should have been Dexter's equal. His pride made him aggressive and led him to act rashly, eventually getting himself killed by Dexter. Envy, Brian Moser. Envy is resentment and jealousy of another person's good fortune or possessions. Brian Moser, Dexter's brother, perfectly embodies envy. Brian was envious of the fact that Dexter had a family, while he was left behind in a psychiatric facility. Brian's jealousy toward Dexter stemmed from their shared childhood trauma. Dexter was raised by Harry and Deb, while Brian suffered alone. Brian tried to trigger Dexter's memories of their shared past by replicating the trauma he'd experienced. His envy grew to the point where he wanted to kill Deb, as he believed it would sever Dexter's emotional connection to her and solidify their bond. Gluttony, Dexter Morgan, embodies gluttony through his insatiable need to kill, much like a glutton's craving for food that never truly satisfies. Despite his efforts to curb this urge, Dexter cannot stop, as seen in Season 7, Episode 2, Sunshine and Frosty Swirl, when Deb suggests he go to rehab. Dexter predicts and proves it will fail, as his need to kill is tied to emotional highs and lows. Whenever he seeks control or relief, killing becomes his outlet, reflecting how gluttony drives him to continuously seek satisfaction that can never be achieved. Thanks for watching, guys. We've just explored how the 7 deadly sins manifest in the unforgettable characters of Dexter. From Lila's lust to Dexter's own gluttony, each sin plays a key role in shaping their actions and their downfall. Which character's sin do you think had the biggest impact? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dives into the world of Dexter and beyond. Join the conversation and stay tuned for more breakdowns like this. Until next time, stay sharp and stay dark.